Hi there, it's me, Lowosi Charts or Lowosi Forex, and I'd love to welcome you to this awesome video. Thank you for joining me live for this stream. Before I go on, I'd love to thank my mentors, Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Tim Sykes wrote the forward to the book, Having Stock Course, and finally Matthew Creator, who wrote the book Rocket Stocks, and you can find all their books on Amazon Kindle. Let's just dive right into it. Today I just want to talk to you about entry. So what happened with this one was my entry position was on this bar, and then my stop loss was right there below the same bar. Okay, so my entry and my buy stop order was above this 4-hour bar here, and my stop loss order was below the same 4-hour bar. But the stop loss order as well was also the the low of the day. Okay, so what it is was when I found this buy signal here. Okay, when I found the buy signal here, um, it actually dropped, right? It actually dropped. Now the stop loss order that was here was at least, I think, at 3%, if I'm not mistaken. It was like three, yeah, roughly 3%. So looking at this distance, let me see, 0908 07. So it was about this distance, but in the opposite direction, right? So probably holding this position at negative 50, at margin 50 was probably a negative 10, between negative uh between -5 and -20%, right? But then this was like a scare out, right? It was like to scare you out. So the thing about stop losses is the most important thing about a stop loss is its aim is to allow you to calculate the profit of your move. And so what happened was, on the entry, this this bar right here was higher than this previous bar here, and that's what gave it the entry. Then on the daily chart, the pattern was below 40 RSI, which gave it that relative strength to buy the signal. Now this buy stop is the trade going our way. That's what this buy stop represents. If we go on the weekly chart, you will see that it is still going. So my position is still very much, I'm still very much in the position. Now if you zoom out, I'm using the bar charts, you kind of see like a three river bottom. Right, I know it's kind of hard to see it right now, but you see this dip correction here, right? So you look at this correction right here. This was a very strong correction that happened in March, and then it just kept going up and up and up, and it looks like a flag to me. And this is what we call it in trading. We call this chart pattern a flag, right? Because it looks like a rising flag. All right. Now there's also the rising triangle as well, which is what we were looking at last time we was online. So today we're going to do it together. All right, we're going to try and find a buying position together. Okay, so what you do is you come here on screener, right? And I think I did it. I think when in the beginning of the video I found another one called UNH. UNH. Yeah. Okay, so we're looking at Forex, and hopefully we'll find something in Forex. So what you do is very simple. So you come on the RSI, right? You come here to manual setup. You say value should be below, we'll just say 41. Okay, value below 41. So make sure the RSI is below the value of 41 on the day. Then when you come here to the MACD level, make sure it's on the weekly chart. Now on the weekly chart, you're saying the level should be above the signal. And then you save that as well. Then make sure the average volume is above 500. And also you can pick your favorite exchanges here. I've picked KuCoin, Kraken, and Binance. So after that, because we have set a MACD on the week, which is strong like this, we want it to appear like this on the week. All right. Then on the daily, we want the RSI to be below 41 here on the daily. Okay. We want it to correct like this. Okay. Now, what is that? The last part or the last step now is you have to go to the 4-hour time frame. All right. So this strategy is basically multi-time frame trading. So you have to wait for this correction right here. Now you have to catch it right before it happens, like right at that correction level down here, right? You have to catch it right there before it happens. So when you do that, you come here on the 4-hour chart. Then at the moment you find the trade, you need to make sure that the bar, because we bought here and our stop loss was here, so you need to make sure like this bar here has to be higher than the current bar. Okay, it has to be higher, or else you're going to risk more on your money. All right, so as you can see, this bar here was higher than this one here. Okay, so our stop loss level was actually double. It wasn't 3%, it was actually, I don't know, 6%, I guess. Let me see, because it's 802, so from 802 to 07. Let me see. 802, that's about 60 pips. So for every 62 pips, you have about 3. You're risking about 3%. Let me see. Wow, that's a lot. I'll just say 100. Anyway, I'm not able to calculate the risk level, but basically this bar was higher than the previous bar, and then I used the simulation trading account to find out the risk level. So that's what we're going to do now. So all the time frames have been aligned, so now we're just check. You're going to witness me finding a trade, whether it's good or not. So let's scroll together, see if we can find it. And if we do find one, then we are in luck. So you want something like this here. See, this is what you want, right? So this is a trade right here. where this bar is higher than the previous bar, and this one right here. So this is also another example. So as you can see, the bar here is higher than this bar here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna place a trade. I'll keep the numbers simple. I'll put $100. Okay. So I want you to check this out. So you take profit. Is the high of the bar. You see, that's your take profit. Then your stop loss is the low of the current bar. So this is your stop loss. Okay. And then this, you say confirm. Okay. Wait, what happened? Hit the stop loss. Guys, this is so funny. All right, let me do it again. All right, so let's come to the daily pattern. The stop loss is too large. All right, so we'll say the stop loss is, let's just give it a bit more space somewhere here. Okay, and then we'll confirm that. Then the take profit is, let's do this somewhere here. Let's see. All right, so the take profit is probably like somewhere here. I'm just guessing, right? Could be right. Okay, I'm right. So as you can see in this example, the take profit is actually higher. Okay, so this is very important for you to see. Okay, so as you can see here, dogs USDT, right? It has a stop loss of -4%, and this is where Robert Kiyosaki's concept of cash flow comes in. Okay, so the stop loss is -4%, and -$4. Meanwhile, your profit potential is $13. So if we bring a calculator out, we can calculate, and remember our margin level is 10x. So this is a high probability trade. Okay, so if we divide 13 by $4, we have a ratio of 1 to 3. We have a ratio of 1 to 3, right? So this is very, very, very good. This is actually a very, very good trade. Dogs USDT. I don't know what's happening, but it is a very, very good trade, and this is what I want you to see. This is very, very important, because what you're witnessing here is the system working. And then let me do this. Okay, confirm. It's just a confirm. So what I'm gonna do is I'm literally just going to document it here. All right? So it's about 3, I would say about -3. About negative. There we go. I think that's better. Top center. So the stop loss is -3, and then this is the stop loss. We're going to clone it. To move here. Okay. So I'm going to cancel these so that yeah, I said discard. Cancel this as well. So it was about, this is about positive, if I'm not right, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was about positive 13. Yeah. It was about positive 13, yeah. So this is the buy stop. That's the buy stop, right? So if you follow like Robert Kiyosaki, you will realize, like, so the stop loss is somewhere here actually. So this is called the mental stop loss. So you do not execute this mental stop loss, all right? You don't execute it. Okay, so that's your mental stop loss order, right? So we don't execute them, right? And then you can see it's higher than this previous part here. So your bar stop is positive 13%, right? And your mental stop loss is -3%. And then we found this law. So this is called the new law, the new high, right? So the new law, we found it and determined it by looking at the law of the daily pattern, and then the high, we determined it by looking at the high of the 4-hour pattern. And remember, when we come to the daily pattern here, you can see that it was right below 40. The strength, the relative strength is actually 37. Okay, the relative strength is actually 37. And then to stay safe, let's do something like this. I want to show you something. So in order to stay safe, we can confirm using the MACD colors on both the 4-hour and the daily. So on the 4-hour, we have a red MACD status. Let's do this. Just a second. So in short, this is actually a good trade. Okay. Yeah, of course, of course. And go ahead. Right. Okay. Mm, let's see what we have. Okay. Let's do this. So then you go on the weekly, because right now what I want to show you is uh okay. I don't know. Okay, the RSI is here. I couldn't see my RSI. It's like minimized. Okay, so let's do this. Can you reset this price scale? Okay, come here. So now that we are in this trade, all right, we are looking at the histogram. So the moment you hold this position, you hold it until this MACD on the weekly chart pattern goes red. So now that we are in a profitable position, you hold this position until the MACD weekly goes red. Right now, as you're watching this video, this is actually a very good time to buy this one here. You have about, I think this I think this entry is valid for about 1 hour. I think, yeah, you have about 1 hour to clear up this entry. So the ratio is 1 to 3. Yeah, that's the ratio, 1 to 3. So your stop loss, the stop loss order is -3. Then your buy stop is +13, and then this is what makes Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow statement make sense. So this stop loss is a mental stop, so we do not actually place it in the market. So worst case scenario is it's going to 2x our stop loss, so probably -10 to negative even 3x. So maybe it might be like -9. It might drop to -9, kind of like what happened with that Forex trade. So with this, I know we're definitely in a good stock. And this stock is called Dogs. I don't know much about this company. It's in a technical sell. So when you are buying things like Dogs, uh, you want to enter when there is maximum fear. And so you can see after we've entered here, we go straight to the daily chart. Then as long as it's below 40, I believe we still have a chance to make money, because you can see the strength. It's coming from a negative zone here. Then we're right there. It's like a rising, pattern. This chart pattern looks like a cup and handle a little bit, right? It looks like a cup and handle. Notice how it's like it's flat, then it comes up and it comes back like a handle. So we call this chart pattern a cup and handle, and as you can see, it's right below 40. So this range is how we know whether it's a good trade or not, and we have found very good trade, which was just like by chance. And we did it right here on the 4-hour chart. Let me see if we can show my face. La, 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 la. I don't know if you can see my face. Let me see. Let me see if I can use the camera here. I want to see if it will show my face. If it will show my face. Okay, there we go. All right, so I don't know if you can see me. Sucks. Can you see me? Yeah, my camera kind of sucks, and my internet is very, very, very slow. But let me see what we have here. My internet is very slow, but yeah, good just to see me the way I look. Hopefully, I'll do it when there's light. So that's how it is. So as you can see there on the chart, levels, right? There are two levels. So that buy stop is showing you the cash flow of your position. So each position has a cash flow. So that's what you are looking for. You're looking for the cash flow position. That's the point of finding this trade. I would find another trade, but if you find the video, then you will see me actually. So this training, it's been awesome. We have found the Forex and Forex. We have found the crypto for you to trade, but you need to hurry. You need to trade this within the next like 10 minutes. You have to enter this trade on your Binance trading account. It's called the Dogs USDT. We're going to review this trade probably tomorrow. If it passes that buy stop, that's your feeling order. So I would love to thank you so much for this video. Trade safe out there. Take care. Bye bye.